have the final product of the laser with the reaction. The kind of things that Neon District requires for massive data requires hundreds of backgrounds and thousands of items, all of which the player can own. So one of the jobs here is creating a pipeline so that all these different environments are completely customized, that can generate things from straight data from the server and be able to alter themselves based off of things pre-thought of by the designers and not just having a static environment. So one of the first things is having an environment that can have subsections of work that I can send off to other artists and programmers to work on different kinds of timelines, which is the whole backbone of what the cinematic experience that Neon District offers there. So we can have sub-timelines that innately can be divided into different workloads and passed off to different people, and all coming back to the same thing like doing film editing, which is a big deal about being able to scrub things back and forth and have things so that you have a cinematic editing experience to pass off to someone who is really talented with making cutscenes. And essentially that's what we're working for, is a giant interactive cutscene that has multiple parts and kind of go-tos and loops and things. And we wanted to offer artists the ability to have multiple layers of editing and being able to construct and piece together things from a variety of their different resources instead of being put together into like a rigid shell. So that was a big objective, that we can have drop-down lists and customized editors for anything that an artist needs to touch that has a small amount of information compared to what needs to be configured, and a lot of magic happens in the back. Notice here that there's multiple layers that an artist can construct their visual effect from, and one of the most important things is to be able to line up those effects with audio and be able to have that in editor time and snap those things to marks and move those things and animate them to other marks. So you can have people walking or jetpacking in, or lasers that come out of the walls, or other things like even testing out in editor time here how to line up the conclusion to a visual effect or the next thing that should be seen, or potential server events that should be approximated. Here an artist is able to approximate what happens with a laser pairs with a different kind of target effect, and in this way one of the primary abilities of Neon District is to have these kinds of cause and effect being nebulous according to the kind of card combinations that happen. So this is very important to how the gameplay works. Players are planning on having thousands and thousands of items and armors and weapons, and each one has their different influences on the kind of visual effects that happen during the game. And just like there are items and weapons that each have their influence on those cause and effect visuals, also the backgrounds and environments consist of the same kind of technique about being able to place things together from the data and being able to have additionally thousands and thousands of combinations. Using 2D is a big strength in this kind of environment because it supports art fidelity with things like cloth and curves, and being able to have a combination between man-made substances and organic curves in a very, very picturesque way. One of the main things that an artist is concerned about when making these backgrounds is making sure that their art is being seen on screen. So a lot of tools have been placed so that one can know what to expect in each type of platform that we plan to make this available for. So we've got different kinds of overlays and background construction kit that takes away a lot of the headache for artists to assemble their thing and optimize it as well. Each point of the art creation is individualized to be testable on its own right and in combination with others. This lets artists freely construct their art in a modular way that's expandable and can be data-driven from the server. Data-driven construction sets are highly valuable when the platform is able to press a button and you have instant content. Artists and designers spend more time polishing and players more time playing.